Hello, hello. Welcome to the day and the messages that come through for us today. Let's clear the energy in our throats and tap into the frequencies of the day. Check in, check. Is this thing on? The fog has lifted. It was weird. It's like fog, nothing. So clarity moments and not so clear moments, making sure you're moving when things are clear and being when things are not. First message. Okay. Let's tap into our friends, the Arcturians, and see what they have for us today. There's some crazy cloud action. The long, strippy ones and the patchy, spotty ones. The cumulus and the humulus and the... I don't know all the clouds. I did one day. One day I knew. But if you don't use it, you'll lose it. Or it resets. Or it resets. Okay. So we got a card. And I think this one is duality. Okay, this is finding peace in our own inner dualities, in our masculine and feminine, in our light and our shadows. This balanced state of being, this living in or mastering the living in the 3D. When an artist draws something in 3D, they play with light and shadow. And these things combined create the effect, the illusion, the dimensions. And so, two must one, who is in this world, be both. Only one. What's going on here? What's happening? T was and E was. Sounds like dual. And algis. Sounds like dualness. And Gibo. We've got the land and the air, the earth and the air. Weird. They all seemed like they were upside down and now they're right side up. So illusions, delusions, things not being as they seem. Okay. Let's get a home. There might be something to instant manifestations. This morning I let Mims and Scully out. They're so cute when they sit together, waiting at the door. And I let them out, and then I turned around, closed the door, turned around, because I was just finished making breakfast. And so I grabbed my plate and I went and sat down, and I look out the window and Mims has a bird in her mouth already. So within the time it took me to close the door, turn around, grab the plate, walk over to my spot, and look out the window again, she already caught a bird. And she always just stares at me right in the eye. Do you want this? Do you want this bird? And I'm like, no, thank you. It's all you. You go right ahead. And then, yeah, she eats everything but the head and the feet. So those are always nice to find in the garden. Could have like a string of bird feet. Okay. So yeah, instant manifestation. Perhaps, perchance. Okay, hallelujah. We had to make sure we got the right one to come out. Okay, so when I was talking about the duality, the thing that was speaking in between, like when you're drawing an image, right? You've got the light and the shadow, but there is that third element. This is 3D, right? And that is the color, the subject, the thing that you are giving shape to. And so this is giving me that the light, the shadow, and your connection to your inner realms. Flint, you bastard. He's this black cat who cruises along the top of the fence trying to cause a ruckus. So yes, what am I saying? I am saying that the spirit is the third element in your masculine feminine spirit, or masculine feminine child, inner child, right? This connection to our foundations. Okay, something like that. So Kinaz is speaking about the messages, perhaps. It is also a k sound in the runic alphabet. I don't know. I came across a cool translator, and it just text to runes. If you do that on your Google, I found this site, and you just type anything in there, and then it shows you what it looks like in runes. And the C or the K sound. Why can't I find Kina's? Seriously, dude. You know, it's so weird that sometimes I just can't find the things. There we go. The acquisition of wisdom, knowledge, and insight has been the owl's forte since the beginning of time. They have sharp eyes that can see in the dark what others need light to perceive. The companion of many goddesses across many cultures, the owl is the holder of their occult secrets. For the unaware creature, they are fearsome. Kinaz has the hot, bright energy of fire and the illuminating torch. It represents the search for truth and knowledge and a burning creative drive. In a reading, Kinaz speaks of artistic and technical ability in honing your craft, lighting your way through the dark. It encourages you to be a self-starter and to take initiative guided by curiosity and intelligence. Beautiful. Especially because we were talking about drawing 3D with duality, right? The balance. Okay. So the key words are enlightenment, creativity, skill, offspring, and learning. There's the offspring. There's the third element that creates the triangle. It's also the sacred three, right? Okay, so cards are already coming out. We've got a Queen of Wands and we've got beautiful relationships, okay? Queen of Wands, authentic, shining, being seen, being heard, being unaffected by what other people are thinking, that's for sure. In touch with their intuition, tapped into the sun power so much so that she has made manifest the sun through her sunflower. And every sunflower holds the potential to grow hundreds more sunflowers, right? This is the potent beauty of the sunflower. And we've got messages from your higher self, from your spirit team. This is your connection to your inners, into your inners, okay? Six of Cups, like-minded people, inner child, resemblance, fun, play, exploration, creativity. I mean, look at all the flowers, creative ideas, sharing. Also a bond. Yes, bond. Okay, and also the Six of Pentacles, the messages from your spirit team leading you along the way here. And we've got two sixes already. Okay, we've got the results of your overflowing cup. Maybe not quite visible yet. One second. Okay, so we've got you as an overflowing cup. Okay, and I'm feeling like things are still hidden, things are still in the shadows, things are still unfolding as the moon shifts in its phases. Okay, I'm getting divine timing for this. Oh yeah, can also represent an offer coming to you that will fill your cup, that feels like liquid sunshine. Right, and this overflow spill, how it is instant growth. Okay, what else you got? What else you talking about here? Making boundaries, okay, and being sure to not cut yourself off from your intuition, which, if you're here, I don't think that is the case, but it came up, so it might be something we need to be considering. Things we may be doing or thinking, doubting, or maybe it's just a check in with where you're at with your intuition. Are you trusting it? Are you taking moves upon it? Are you recognizing yourself? Are you witnessing yourself take moves upon your intuition and what results from it? So, an awareness of how your intuition is playing a role in your life. Okay. What else? Oh, so the Two of Swords, which can be a decision that you need to trust your intuition to make, right? That balances a balancing decision, landed on this offer. So I feel like, well, this full cup here. So in this case, I feel like this is a decision to receive whatever it is in this offer. This could be divine wisdom coming from your higher realms, right? And your willingness and ability to be open to receiving. That's the thing, right? Same with the messages that we receive from our spirit team throughout the day to lead, guide, assure, confirm, support, whatever the case may be. It is our willingness and ability to recognize and see them. Okay, and you do this through your grounding and connecting and your spiritual practice. This is the connecting, this is the to the ground, to the sky. I'm getting that eagle horse connection, right? The bird's eye view, expansive, full picture ness, and the active ground strength and sturdiness of the horse, right? And this is a beautiful display of duality in this balance. And the power, right? The eagle, massive, powerful bird, and the horse, a massive, powerful land animal. And I guess this could also be the choosing which and when to, what to utilize, which energy, right? The bird's eye view, soaring, flowing with, it's kind of like water in the sky, right? With the currents and the things that you can ride and float on, or the physical movement, power moves of the horse, and when to do that, when to do either. Okay, and then we've got the Fool, trusting in your leaps and bounds, your faith, your trust in self, trust in what you know, trust in your abilities to fly. This is a beautiful tie-in of the horse and the eagle as well, because this act of jumping, right? Ooh, yeah. The horse galloping, and it's like you're flying whenever you're galloping on the back of a horse. There's this we're flying feeling. I remember the first time I galloped on a horse, and I wanted to, and I imagined that it would be so much better because the trotting is so like jarring, right? When you're trotting. And every time I ever saw a horse gallop or people galloping, there was just this fluid flying sense, and I just wanted it so bad. And the last time I ever rode this horse, he was a brown horse with the white diamond on his forehead. His name was Jethro. And the last time I ever rode him, I got to gallop, and it was everything I thought it would be. It was beautiful. It was gorgeous. Okay, so dream your dreams, okay? And this is giving me that your wish is coming true, keeping your eye on your dare to dream. Dare to dream is what I'm getting. right? Don't forget to fill the wishing well with your coins, right? Keep wishing, keep believing that wishes come true, and keep putting them up into the sky so that they can get to you. It's a rhyme. Okay, Hermit. And keep shining your light, your lantern, your inner flame bright, because you draw in all of the other lights towards you by shining bright. And this is what we do in the Hermit. We are taking time to tend our inner flame, right? And you can't do that surrounded by other people's flames. You got matchsticks, you got bonfires, you got torches, you got flamethrowers, you got matches, you got butane lighters, right? And it's like, okay, everybody, this is my flame. What do I need to do? What does it need? What does it want? How does it burn? All of these things, right? And the other thing with the hermit, especially when you're hermiting, doing the hermit process amongst people, right? With your family and friends, we can't all just hide away in the bush and do our hermiting process. You know, a lot of us have families and households and things that need to be run and looked after and tended to. And so this hermiting thing is more of an internal thing. And it feels very solo because the people around you, you can't communicate what's going on with you because they don't get it, they don't understand. And it is uniquely your experience. Like, even when you do find other people that you can, other hermits in the world, right? That you can communicate with, there's still nuances, right? It's like, oh, I get what you're going through. The isolation, the feeling like nobody gets you, the like those kinds of things is what we have in common. But the experience, themselves vary and are very different for everybody. Okay, so we got justice coming out, which is more balancing, which is beautiful with the duality. It's about this balance. It's also about when you're in balance, you're kind of allowing your cups to be filled balancedly, right? If things are overflowing above you and you're coming in like this, right? This one's going to catch a lot more because it's closer to the source. When you come in balanced, then and then that gets too imbalanced, and then this, and then you're kind of stuck in this up and down, right? But coming in balanced, you're receiving equally, and so you maintain balance. Something about that visual, okay? Let it do what it's got to do in your brain, okay? So here we have the 10 of Wands, the overthinking, but also having lots of thoughts in your brain. And your choosing and your boundaries determining whether those thoughts are serving or not, right? We've got all the ideas, all the creative inspirations, all the things you want to do, right? If you were suddenly to win the lottery and all of your money stuff and some you never had to think about again, and then suddenly it's like, what am I gonna do? What I can do this, I can do that, I can do this other thing, I can do this other thing, I can do these things, I can do all the things, right? And so this is why this is very important, okay? Whenever you find yourself overwhelmed by thoughts of any kind, serving or not serving, your discernment, your boundaries, your ability to tap in, tune in, and balance yourself is what is going to really help you filter through, sort, choose, and run with, right? This bird's eye view eagle, that's the good idea. Like, this might seem like a really good idea, but if you follow the thread, see it from another perspective, you see that it only goes so far and then it fizzles out, right? But when you pull your perspective, you can see, aha, actually that one runs into this thing and turns into a empire. And so you're like, that's the one that I run with. And then you signal to your horse, and your horse runs for it and goes with it, right? Okay, we'll get one more just to balance out this reading. It's the Judgment card. Come on. Okay, so I feel like this is kind of your new way of being now, is finding your flow between those two states, right? Between the soaring, flowing, going with the flow of the current, the air, and being able to see the lay of the land from that perspective, and then also the grounded hooves to the ground, to the earth, power, move, momentum, forward motioning. Yes, because Judgment speaks about kind of like a new life with rewards, right? You ticked all the boxes, and so yes, you get to be reborn as a phoenix, right? I mean, maybe we don't know the whole story of the phoenix from the flames. Maybe the phoenix only is born from the flames if it's lived a certain kind of way before it burned up into flames, right? And it's because of how it lived before that determines whether it gets to live again. Because we have the angels here who are trumpeting, and they're the ones that make the call. They're the ones that recall your soul back and breathe or blow new life into you. Okay, what else we got? Let's get a fairy card. These guys are staring at me. The Fae. We'll ask the Fae to say hey and speak on this duality, this horse and eagle and wisdom. Yes, the tending of the inner flame, right? I mean, the owl is holding the flame. Okay, Faye. What you got for us? This one? Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Solas. Wow, right? Look at that card. What the? And it's a number 13. Beautiful. Okay, 13. Knowledge, consciousness, synthesis, and spiritual empowerment. Wow. Solace stands midway between the realm of the singers and that of manifest reality, the realms of fairy, this world, and other realms and dimensions. The singers dwell in a cosmos without boundaries or differentiations, but we and the fairies live in worlds where there are limitations to overcome and boundaries to identify and expand, which helps us to grow. When we don't know what we need or who to turn to, Solace will help us if we ask. To an Oracle group member, Solace said, "Allow the surface noise to fade. I'm here waiting." Solace encourages us to stand on our own 2 feet and to recognize and utilize our own wisdom, to depend on our own strength and to acknowledge and work with our own good qualities, using them as stepping stones to improve the less good. Yet at the same time, Solace recognizes that we cannot do everything alone and helps us to make the connections and to have the insights that will help us to accept wisdom and energy and assistance from other realms, especially the realms of the singers and of fairy. With faith in the human spirit, Solace sees us as an arrow fired from a bow, choosing our directions and soaring into undreamed of heights, empowered by trust and the creative life force. Wow. Okay, start of the reading. Solace is radiant, energizing, and vitalizing. This presence in a reading often indicates that something new is being brought into being in our lives, partly through our own efforts and partly through the help we are receiving from other realms. Beautiful. Miracles may take place. Movement into the light is occurring. Ooh, this is that foggy, not foggy, foggy, not foggy. This is a time for taking action and passing on our blessings and learning, and for service given from a position of strength. Wow, this is beautiful confirmation of the eagle and the horse power that we've been tapping into in this dualistic realms. Okay, that's gorgeous. We got the sun and the moon, which is a beautiful duality. Okay. Let's get a nice a power deck. Okay. We'll get a power deck, yeah. 3311 on the clock. Let's see what power cards come out. Oh, that bird. What was that bird? There we go. Beautiful. Crow. 16, dream. One day you will remember the great dream, and the way will become known to you. You entered into life through the veil of the dream, because your reason for being here must be kept secret from you until you find your way home. You don't know who you are, but one fine day you will remember. It is like a creation looking for itself. You are in oneness with all life. Though you are not aware of it, you will awaken from the dream. Let the Great Mother rest within your spirit. She is the universe. She is the womb of all life. She is the light that shines from your eyes, illuminating your daily dreams. The possibilities you dream of will become your reality. Beautiful confirmation. Gorgeous. Okay, there's more to that. There's more to that. What did I say? 15? 16. Dream. The painting is entitled The Celestial Dream. It represents the feminine power of the earth. Dreams from the unconscious flow out of the woman's head into daily reality. The lotus and the butterfly symbolize transcendence into higher consciousness. The universe at the bottom of the waterfall represents the spheres of your spirit and the life of consciousness within your being and within your sacred dream. Have the courage to manifest your dreams in your life. This is a card of the West because dreaming, transformation, death, and rebirth are part of your West training. The flow of the waterfall represents the energy of your dreams as they flow through your life and transform you. Cool. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Yes. And also the West teachings. I've lived on West Gate for 23.5 years. It's gonna be 24 years this year. Love, both given and received, is the primary nutrient that feeds me and enables me to adapt and grow. My heart and soul grow deep in love as I embrace the contrasts of my life. There's some more duality, right? Balance. Growth is the word. Look at that. Green, beautiful heart. Love vibe. Yes. Heart chakra, love vibe. And look at, they look like tiny little beans. But I think they're little plants. And they're like little hearts, bean hearts. Oh, just right there. I don't know if you can see how teeny tiny they are. Okay. Okay, love messages. Let's move around a minute. Okay. Trust the process. Yes. This is what we are learning how to do, right? This is part of that checking in with your intuition and to reestablish the trust, the faith, the connection so that it is strong, right? So that you keep hearing, following. It's like establishing that connection. If you don't use it, you lose it. So keep using it, right? Okay. Conscious breathing. Yes. Sometimes we can forget to breathe or shallow breathe. We're just breathing on the surface. And so anytime you can remind yourself and take that extra deep breath or be conscious of your breathing, this is good. This pulls your focus out and away and back in. Burn it to release it. This is beautiful because we've got this fire from Kinas, and we were talking about our inner flame and the tending to it. And the beautiful thing is that we can feed our inner flame with the sacrifices we give to it, the things we are letting go of that can transform and redistribute. Okay. Hug a tree. Yes. Get some of that green love. Okay. You got gifts from the divine coming in. I feel like this had something to do with it, and this can be an offer coming from somebody who is going to be a like-minded person. Okay, and then we've got forest time. That's a good place to be when you are hugging a tree. Do your own research and speak your truth. Yes, this is about, I mean, look, we got books, we got fire, we got flames, we've got expansion and balance. You expand yourself, your awareness, your knowing by engaging, by exploration and discovery. Okay? Yes. There is the reading for today. Lots of beautiful things, grounding, balancing. Okay, we've got trusting, having the faith in. We've got manifesting. Actually, I feel like this needs to be over here because this speaks about in your dream time and going after, keep imagining, keep dreaming, keep believing, right? And over here, we've got this green love heart space, your growth that you do in your hermit mode, and this growth contributing to you becoming an overflowing cup, but also the receiver of gorgeous things as well. Yes. Okay, so there is the reading for today, and the rainbows are just about to come in to say that they love you. Okay, there's one. There's one for you. Just for you. Oh, there it is. Okay, love you, appreciate you, and wishing you all the good sauce. Okay, see you in another reading, in another time, in another dimension. Goodbye.